What's good, folks? My name is Kyle Moore. I'm an economist with the program on race, ethnicity, and the economy at the Economic Policy Institute. I'm here with Black on Purpose to try to dispel some myths about Black folks in the economy. Let's talk about it. So the Black unemployment rate is almost always consistently something like double that of the white unemployment rate. There are a lot of different explanations you can give as to why that's the case and why that's been historically the case. A more conservative-minded person might say something like, oh, it must be because Black folks are lazy. Black folks don't want to show up to the labor market. Black folks don't want to work. There are a couple problems with that explanation. Most glaringly is the fact that the unemployment rate as captured measures folks who are indeed looking for work. So if a group is facing a high unemployment rate, it's certainly not because they don't want to work. It's because they're coming to the labor market and not being hired. So there are a number of better explanations you can give for that phenomenon taking place that have to do with the structure of the economy. It could be the case, for example, that high unemployment group is being funneled into occupations that are subject to a high turnover rate, like, for example, the lower wage service industry. It could also be the case that employers writ large, for whatever reason, don't want to hire Black folks as often as they hire other groups. So that can contribute to the higher Black unemployment rate. When you take a structural approach to trying to explain these disparities, you can actually implement some policy that would help change things. So for example, in the first case, you could make it such that folks are not being so segregated into these occupations that are high turnover. Alternatively, you could also improve the conditions in those occupations such that no one in those industries is subject to those high turnover rates and that lack of job security. So making sure those workers in those industries, many of which are in fact essential industries, making sure that those folks have the job security and the resources they need to do those jobs and thrive is a strong approach. Another approach is to beef up our anti-discrimination institutions and our enforcement so that no one is subject to discrimination. So again, if we take these structural approaches rather than pointing the finger at folks who are experiencing the downsides of this economy, then you can actually start to create an economy that works for everyone.